Hi. So I am not married, but
Yeah.
I have recently started dating someone, and
Yeah.
it's long distance, as I asked you a question on long
Okay.
distance.
Yeah.
So my question, so my confusion nahi hai abhi filhal, but then the thing is we get very little time. I am working, he's working more than me because he's a photographer, so he works more, he's away. So that's why long distance. Plus, we are based out of two different cities, Mumbai, Pune.
Okay.
So we get very less time, and we do get. So I don't know how to manage this communication. So initially, it was very jittery for me to take this through. Also, कि यार जैसे you have this ideas now when you start dating. You want to go out for movie, you want to go out for coffee, you want to do all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Whatever that things, shopping and all, but वो सब तो नहीं होने वाला. तो फिर now how do you take it forward?
Okay. Yes. So in long-term relationship, the one thing which you don't have to forget about is you yourself.
Yeah.
And managing a relationship is not just in your court, it is in others partner's court as well. So like, I started my conversation. Thoda tum chalo, thoda hum chalenge.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So because you are in a very early stage of a relationship, I suggest you go slow. And don't jump into conclusions very quick. अरे इसका मतलब ये है. Don't judge. Okay. Go slow. The slower you will go, the better your relationship will be. Even if you have to wait for another 2 years, it is okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Do not have regrets later. Don't jump into a decision very fast.
So the question is from my husband.
Yes. Hi, husband.
Hi.
His name is Nimesh.
Hi, doctor. Hi,
Hi.
doctor. Thank you for the wonderful session.
Thank you.
So I had a question. You mentioned that you need to take a lead, right?
Yeah.
That's what you mentioned.
Yes.
Now, in a relationship, typically in a couple relationship, is it advisable for both to be leaders? How does it work? Because if one leads, the other follows.
Yeah.
How can both lead?
So again, it has to be a win-win situation for both of us. So there are certain things on which I'm super confident about my husband. Like my husband is super great at paperwork. Okay. And I am super great at seeing things beyond. Like I can see what is happening. But he's great at paperwork. So whenever it is paperwork related kind of work, that's his department. I let him lead over there. Because I know I'm not that great. But whenever I know I am great at or I am good with, I will lead over there. So this clarity, this bifurcation is very important. And acceptance. I am not great at this. He's not great at this. We don't want to be perfect. So you bifurcate it, have your compartments, and then take a decision.
Anamika, is it only one person's responsibility to keep the relationship healthy?
Never.
The side. हम ही सोच रहे हैं ऐसा होना चाहिए, ये होना चाहिए. The person should also think same way, na? But if he doesn't think that way, then
so I'll answer both the questions. Both are two different scenarios here. It is not one person's responsibility to keep the marriage healthy. It is definitely both the parties responsible, equally responsible, 50-50. Okay. अब क्या होता है जब हम 50-50 की बात करते हैं, finance may not be 50-50, household responsibility may not be 50-50, okay, outside responsibilities may not be 50-50. So there you need to make it very, very specific, clear between you and your partner. ये कॉन्वर्जेशन होना बहुत जरूरी है एंड ये एक्सेप्टेंस लाना भी बहुत जरूरी है कि कहीं कहीं तो 19-20 रहेगा ही रहेगा. ये क्लियर कट कॉन्वर्जेशन में आना चाहिए. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके. सेकेंड इज यू एंड योर पार्टनर विल नेवर थिंक अलाइक. हाँ, कुछ कुछ चीजों में निकलेगा, लाइक फेवरेट एक्टर, गुड मूवी, कहीं कहीं आइसक्रीम का फ्लेवर, पिज्जा फ्लेवर, मे बी बेसिक जहां से आपने स्टार्ट किया एक दूसरे को समझना, लाइक करना. सो इन सर्टेन एरियाज दैट थिंकिंग मे मैच, बट दैट इज वेरी जेनरिक. अगेन, one thing where I expect, I pray and I hope every partner must do is You and your partner should be on the same page when you are raising a child. भले मेरे और मेरे husband के बीच में, I'll keep it very upfront and honest, me and my husband have difference of opinions on many things. But when it comes to our daughter, we both are on the same page. Now, if suppose there are certain areas जहां हमें match नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, so then it is my responsibility. If it is my idea, it is my responsibility to get the conversation going. It is my responsibility to put that energy. It is my responsibility to make sure that what I'm saying has good amount of facts, good amount of backing. It is not my created idea. खुद का सोचा हुआ idea नहीं होना चाहिए. Logic is important. Having logic in relationship matters a lot. It gets us self-respect. Okay, so you have to sit with yourself and figure out who is more smarter, who is more brainy in which areas, and how you can cope up for each other. Okay.
Thanks for the session. एंड तो मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि ऑपोजिट पर्सन का अपना ही कुछ प्लानिंग होती है, राइट? कि कैसे, लाइक ही इज राइट फ्रॉम हिज पर्सपेक्टिव, राइट, एंड आई एम आल्सो राइट फ्रॉम माय पर्सपेक्टिव, ठीक है? तो लेकिन जब जब हम लोग कम्युनिकेट करते हैं and तब ऐसे लगता है कि the other person is agreeing but not able to follow it. उनको लगता है कि नहीं ये प्रैक्टिकल नहीं है, मतलब ये उन्होंने किसी के साथ ऐसा देखा नहीं है होगा, मतलब अपना ब्रिंगिंग अप जैसा है, राइट? उन्होंने जिस हिसाब से उन्होंने देखा है, उनको लगता है कि उस तरफ वैसे वर्क करेगा रिलेशनशिप, वही प्रैक्टिकल है, बाकी सब बुकिश नॉलेज है, या फिर it's too philosophical to be true. So even when we are communicating, when we are matured, और ये मुझे लगता है कि women face it more क्योंकि we are kind of raising the standards compared to our earlier generation.
So it is again not gender specific. I'll make it very clear. Not because both men and women are attending. I am not a feminist, so I can never speak on behalf of only women. I am a humanist, so I'll talk on both the genders here. One thing why sometimes women may come up with out and out idea, that too after marriage वो झांसी की रानी बन सकती हैं because उनको उतना exposure मिल गया. First they were fighting inside their parents' house for their survival, for their position, for their leadership, for their like having a word of command. Then they get a different culture, a different family after marriage, and then they start seeing that same scenarios here. I need to now start fighting for my survival over here. So it is nothing but simply an exposure of situations where they know that they are surrounded with conflicts. So because they have become pro in dealing with conflicts and dealing with suppression, maybe, or patriarchy, okay, so they may feel that they have more maturity, or we women, we can feel that I know the best, I know the more. Okay, so this is number one fact. Now second, because exposure could be lesser for a man, they may not have that far sight. Okay, for that particular man, they may not have the far sight or distant sight कि आगे क्या होगा, 10 दिन के बाद क्या होगा, 1 साल के बाद क्या होगा. If they are not able to imagine things beyond that, it is your responsibility as a woman to show them a scenario. That is one. Second, it is our responsibility as a woman, if it is my idea, to buck up, take the risk, put the foot down and take action, rather than discussing. Action लो, खुद को इतना empower करो कि आप वो action ले सकते हो, action लो, खत्म करो. Okay, show and tell.